The Annapurna, a formidable collection of peaks nestled within the Himalayas of north-central Nepal, stands as a titan among the world's mountains. Its crown jewel, Annapurna 1, reaches an imposing altitude of 26,545 feet, ranking it as the 10th highest summit on the planet. However, beyond its impressive stature, Annapurna carries a profound reputation for the extreme difficulty and inherent dangers associated with its ascent, a fact that has captivated and challenged mountaineers for decades. Statistical comparisons of fatality rates between Annapurna and Mount Everest starkly illustrate this difference. Annapurna carries a staggering fatality rate of approximately 32% to 38%, meaning that for every 3 to 4 climbers who successfully reach its summit and return, one loses their life. In stark contrast, Mount Everest's fatality rate is considerably lower, estimated to be around 1% to 4.4%, or a ratio of approximately 15 successful summits for every death. Even K2, often considered the second deadliest 8,000er, has a fatality rate ranging from 13.7% to 25%, still significantly lower than Annapurna's. Several factors contribute to Annapurna's higher fatality rate. The mountain is notorious for its unpredictable and severe weather conditions, which can change rapidly and create extremely hazardous situations. Furthermore, Annapurna experiences frequent avalanches due to its steep and complex terrain, posing a constant and significant threat to climbers, particularly in the higher elevations. The climbing routes on Annapurna are also exceptionally challenging, often involving highly technical sections of steep ice and rock, treacherous crevasses, and unstable seracs, demanding advanced mountaineering skills. Compared to Everest, Annapurna is less commercialized, with fewer established and supported routes, potentially increasing the risks for those attempting its ascent. The overall steeper slopes of Annapurna also contribute to a higher risk of falls and avalanches. Certain routes, such as the Northwest Ridge, are particularly prone to avalanches, and the vertical terrain between higher camps presents significant hazards. The south face of Annapurna is widely regarded as one of the most dangerous climbs in the world due to its extreme steepness and instability. While Everest's immense altitude presents its own set of challenges, particularly within the death zone, above 8,000 meters, many climbers consider Annapurna's technical difficulties and unpredictable hazards to make it a more formidable and dangerous objective. Notably, recent years have witnessed a decrease in Annapurna's fatality rate, falling from approximately 32% to under 20% between 2012 and 2022, potentially reflecting increased climbing successes due to improved practices or technology. However, even with this reduction, Annapurna remains an exceptionally dangerous mountain to climb, significantly more so than Mount Everest. The Annapurna Massif's history blends cultural reverence with mountaineering. Named after the Hindu goddess of nourishment, it was home to the Gurung people long before Western climbers arrived. The Himalayas, including Annapurna, were formed by tectonic plate collision. Annapurna's limestone summit, like Everest and Dhaulagiri, originated from an ancient ocean and was uplifted by geological forces. Western exploration of the Annapurna region remained limited until the mid-20th century. A pivotal moment arrived in 1949 when the French Alpine Club sought permission from the Nepalese government to undertake a major climbing expedition, ultimately choosing between the unclimbed giants of Dhaulagiri and Annapurna. The expedition, led by Maurice Herzog, set its sights on Annapurna in 1950. Initially, the team considered Dhaulagiri, but ultimately focused on Annapurna. This expedition was particularly significant, as it was the first time the Nepalese government had permitted mountaineering within its borders in over a century. The team comprised a mix of experienced professional mountain guides, including Louis Lachenal, Lionel Terray, and Gaston Rebuffat, and amateur climbers Jean Cousy and Marcel Schatz, alongside a doctor and an interpreter transport officer. The ascent was fraught with difficulties. The team faced challenges during the initial reconnaissance due to the inaccuracy of available maps, making route finding a complex endeavor. Establishing base camp and subsequent camps higher on the mountain also involved significant risks, particularly from avalanches. Despite the challenges, they reached their goal of climbing to the top, achieving a historic first ascent on June 3, 1950, via the North Face. This marked the very first time an 8,000-meter peak had been successfully summited, ushering in a new era of high-altitude mountaineering. Herzog and Lachenal's remarkable achievement of reaching the summit was accomplished without the use of supplemental oxygen, a testament to their physical prowess and mountaineering skill. However, the triumph was overshadowed by the severe frostbite both climbers suffered during the descent. This extreme cold led to the tragic necessity of amputations for both Herzog and Lachenal, a stark reminder of the brutal conditions encountered at such high altitudes with the equipment available at the time. The expedition was documented in the film Victoire sur l'Annapurna, Victory over Annapurna, further immortalizing their achievement. Decades later, the challenge of Annapurna in winter was conquered on February 3, 1987, by Polish climbers Jerzy Kukuczka and Artur Heiser. This first winter ascent underscored the mountain's continued allure and the relentless pursuit of mountaineering excellence in the harshest conditions. The formidable south face of Annapurna also witnessed a significant milestone with the reported first solo ascent in October 2007 by Slovenian climber Tomaž Humar, although this achievement remains a subject of debate within the climbing community. A more widely recognized solo ascent of the south face was achieved in 2013 by Swiss alpinist Ueli Steck, who climbed the Lafelle route in an astonishing display of speed and skill, further etching Annapurna's name in mountaineering history. Annapurna has been the stage for numerous other significant mountaineering endeavors, marked by both remarkable achievements and tragic losses. In 1970, the south face of Annapurna, long considered an insurmountable challenge, was first climbed by Don Willens and Dougal Haston as part of a British expedition led by Chris Bonington. Tragically, this expedition also witnessed the death of Ian Clough, who was killed by a falling serac during the descent. The American Women's Himalayan Expedition of 1978 achieved another milestone, with Vera Komarkova and Irene Miller becoming the first American women to summit Annapurna. This expedition, however, was also marked by tragedy, with the deaths of Alison Chadwick Oniskiewicz and Vera Watson during their descent. Beyond Annapurna 1, other peaks within the massif have also witnessed notable ascents. Gangapurna was first summited in 1965, Annapurna South in 1964, Annapurna 2 in 1960, Annapurna 3 in 1961, and Annapurna 4 in 1955. Annapurna 1 has historically held the somber distinction of having one of the highest fatality-to-summit ratios among the world's 8,000ers. Since the first successful ascent in 1950, over 70 climbers have tragically lost their lives attempting to reach its summit. The primary causes of fatalities on Annapurna are varied and include avalanches, falls, serac collapses, adverse weather conditions, and altitude sickness. While the fatality rate on Annapurna has shown a reduction in recent years, it remains a stark reminder of the mountain's unforgiving nature. Due to the challenging terrain and conditions, many climbers who have perished on Annapurna remain on its slopes, a testament to the difficulties of recovery. Planning an ascent of Annapurna requires careful consideration of current climbing conditions. Mountain weather is notoriously unpredictable, and climbers must rely on the most up-to-date forecasts. The South Face and Northwest Ridge remain the primary climbing routes on Annapurna, though other routes exist on different peaks within the massif. Annapurna continues to captivate and draw mountaineers seeking the ultimate test of their abilities. Its enduring legacy lies in the profound challenge it presents, a challenge that offers an immeasurable sense of accomplishment to those who dare to confront its formidable nature and experience the awe-inspiring grandeur of the goddess of the harvest.